Thanks to failed economic policies under Hugo Chavez and current President Nicolas Maduro, the people of Venezuela have been suffering from shortages of basic goods for years now. Bare shelves at supermarkets are nothing out of the ordinary for everyday citizens who find it a difficult task getting their hands on normal things like things that we take for granted like bread, medicine, even toilet paper. Jackie, this is nothing new in the country of Venezuela. We know this already, that the supermarkets, the shelves have been bare for quite a long time, but unexpectedly, one group that's been targeted for a long time, who's been having a hard time because of this, are motorcyclists. We know there's thousands and thousands and thousands of motorcyclists on the road in Venezuela. It's one of the main modes of transportation in Venezuela, but they're being targeted now because of the scarcity of motorcycle parts. They are literally being murdered, shot at, robbed at gunpoint for their motorcycles, just so that they can be stripped down for parts. Just another way failed economic policies, sanctions, all these things are affecting not the government, but the people who are already living in one of the poorest countries in the world.
It is, you don't think of that, right? I mean, it's such a specific result of these economic policies that, that the murder rates have increased so dramatically of motorcyclists, right? You might say, oh, are they traffic related? No, they're related to the fact that people are stealing these motorcycles, in the process killing the motorcyclists, and then, as you said, stripping them for parts, reselling them, profiting in some way, shape, or form, because everyone is suffering there. And a big reason for that is the expropriation, or rather the seizing of private businesses by the government. That's really had a really detrimental effect on the government, or excuse me, on the country itself. As one can imagine, it slows down production. It obviously does not inspire entrepreneurship. It really holds Venezuela back. Oh yeah, without a doubt. Jorge Montaño, who's a leader of Venezuela's National Socialist Federation of Motorbikes, he came out and he said they're killing those of us in the streets to steal our bikes because there are no bikes or spare parts. He also went on to kind of say how a lot of scams happen, right? How they get their bikes stolen. They say a well-dressed woman will participate in the scam. They ask for a taxi ride. When he shows up, robbed at gunpoint. Boom, your motorcycle's gone. I went to Venezuela, I spent a month there. I was visiting a friend, and I have to say though, in the month that I was there, I experienced a lot of things like this. And actually, I experienced a motorcycle jacking. Her uncle came back and he walked into the place and said, hey, they just took my motorcycle, I had to walk here. He came like 2 hours late. And it's not a coincidence that in the few days that I was there, this happened. No, this is something that's rampant. This is happening all the freaking time. And the government is quick to blame it on outside influence, on this and that. They'll never ever take responsibility for their own bad economic policies. For example, they say one huge reason, Nicolas Maduro, pictured here, he said in an interview with The Guardian that 40% of all commodities are smuggled out of Venezuela into other countries and sold for really high prices. Economists completely disagree. They said that's BS. At maximum, it's 10%. There's no way that you can get that much of the supply out of the country. So it's really sad. It's hard to get numbers just to know exactly how many people are dying from these kinds of incidents in a country where they have the second highest homicide rate in the world, only after Honduras. So it's hard to get official numbers and the motives in a country like this where a lot of things don't even get documented. So we don't know, but this same guy, Mr. Montaño, he said that in his hometown alone in just the past few months, 20 people have been killed on motorcycles, and that's just one small part of the country that's not even in the big city, so we're never gonna know, but it's just interesting and also extremely sad to see, different outlets where you see the extreme poverty coming out of, and it's highlighted in a way like this. We wanna know what you guys have to say about all this. Please comment below, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the Lip TV 2 for more.